Good evening. Welcome back to Hellhound's Late Night Spook Show here on the Horror and Metal channel. I'm Lord Hellhound, and my beautiful wife is filming me, so make it a lot easier, huh? So it's my favorite time of year. Got a lot of Halloween plans. Got Deadpool and Wolverine. I saw this in the theater with my wife, and we loved it. And looking forward to watching all the special features, the deleted scenes and stuff. Yeah, 'cause this movie is awesome. Wolverine finally wore his yellow costume from the comics after, what, like 10 movies? About time. I also got this Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, signed by, I guess, the artist. I met him at a Comic-Con that my wife and my daughter went to. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. There's a Jon Stewart Green Lantern. We got Superman, Hawkgirl, Batman. Yeah, Justice League fighting Godzilla and Kong. Pretty cool. Anyway, we're going to do another tag video. This is the Halloween Tag 2024 by David Diggs. Also tagged by Sean Erschen, my fellow Morbid Hour brother. And we're hopefully going to be doing our Morbid Hour episode 33, talking about the Universal Frankenstein films and top 5 Morbid Angel albums sometime next month in November. Because October's just way too busy. But anyway, yeah, David Diggs created this tag. I was tagged by Sean Erschen. Check out both videos, check out both channels, some great content. There's 13 questions. Just a little lower bit. Thank you, honey. Mm-hmm. So, question number 1. Are you a superstitious person? No, not at all. I fear nothing. I'm pretty fearless. I've had 3 near-death experiences. They were very close calls, and it's a miracle that I'm alive, so no, I'm not afraid of black cats crossing the street or breaking mirrors or walking under ladders or anything like that. But number 13, yeah, nothing doesn't scare me. You know, I've cheated death enough times to know that to be pretty fearless. I feel invincible, especially with my wife. Number 2, Ghostbusters is hiring. Would you apply for the job? And do you believe in ghosts? Yes, I would apply for the job, because being a Ghostbuster would be a dream come true. It was one of my fantasies as a kid, either being a rock star or a horror host, you know, like Svengoolie or Elvira or Wolfman Mac or Shergraves Gasly or Joe Bob Briggs or one of them. You know, I'm kind of doing, my YouTube channel is kind of the closest thing, you know, talking about horror movies and all that stuff. So it's kind of like I'm a horror host. And my band is doing really good so far, even though we just got a new drummer. But he hasn't played with us yet, but he's going to audition soon. So yeah, all my dreams have come true. So being a Ghostbuster would also be awesome. I do have my Ghostbusters costume still in the closet. I was that for Halloween one year, and my daughter was Harley Quinn. But yeah, that would be freaking awesome. Yes, I do believe in ghosts. I saw the ghost of my great-grandmother at my aunt's house, and I never met her. She died before my mom was born, so I had no idea what she looked like. She was wearing an old-timey dress. Her hair was in a bun. She had a pointy nose. And then years later, I saw a picture of her. I was like, that's exactly what I saw. I was probably like 8 or 9 years old. She was at my aunt's house. I didn't feel scared. I felt calm and at ease. Then I saw the ghost of a dog one time in my backyard when we lived up in the mountains when I was a kid. The power went out, and I think it was close to Christmas, because I think Christmas Story was coming on TV a lot. And the power went out, and I looked in the backyard, and there was a white dog that would like disappear and reappear. It looked like it kind of hover. It could have just been a trick of the light or something. I mean, it could have been a real dog. There were a lot of stray dogs around then. You know, that maybe that didn't count. But my great-grandmother I definitely saw. And I feel like when I was in the hospital last time, I feel like I was visited by my grandmother, on my dad's side. But yes, I do believe in ghosts, definitely. I've heard a lot of weird noises too. And I had my apartment, everybody there, my old roommate and his girlfriend, and my next roommate and his girlfriend, and some friends I had over, some of my girlfriends that lived with me at the time, they all saw and heard strange things. I didn't really hear anything, but other than noise coming from my roommate's room when he was at work. Anyway, alright, let's move on. Question number 3, best vampire movie? Fright Night. Hands down. It's got to be Fright Night. Directed by Tom Holland, starring Chris Sarandon, Roddy McDowall, Stephen Jeffries, William Ragsdale, Amanda Beers. Love this movie. It's so much fun. I've talked about it ad nauseum on this channel. I've reviewed it twice, so check out that for more info. Love Fright Night. This movie's awesome. It's one of my top favorites. Question number 4. What are some gateway into horror movies to suggest to somebody apprehensive about horror? I came up with 2. The Shining, which is my favorite Stephen King adaptation. I've read the book. The book's awesome. This takes a lot of liberties. It's very different from the source material. But this is a very cold, bleak, joyless, grim movie. The novel and the 1997 miniseries are a little more action-packed and like explosive and a little more lighthearted here and there. And I think the 1997 miniseries isn't that scary. This movie just is terrifying. Like it doesn't scare me, but like the score and the scenery and the isolated, secluded atmosphere just has this really chilling, haunting, ghastly tone. I would love to stay at the Overlook. And Jack Nicholson's great as always, of course. Yeah, I love The Shining. This is definitely a movie to start with. It was probably one of the first horror movies I saw decades ago. And also came over with The Lost Boys, because this movie's just so much fun. It's an absolute blast. It's very satisfying to watch. The vampires are great. All the characters are great. The acting's great. It's a very, very fun flick. And it's a little scary and violent here and there. But yeah, Lost Boys and The Shining, I would say, if you're new to horror, if you're a newbie, start with those. It'd be a good place to start. My wife's doing a great job working the camera. Question number 5. You're stranded on Halloween night and need a ride. Christine pulls up. Are you getting in or were you walking home? I dated a girl named Christine, and she turned into a drug addict later, so... but I probably would get in Christine in the car, because why not? Especially if it has the ghost of LeBay possessing her, like in the book, like Stephen King's original novel that was omitted from the movie for the most part. But I feel like my car, my Hellhound Mobile, my fourth car, and my current one is like Christine, because a lot of times they'll say I have 60 miles left until I have an empty tank, but then like it'll say I have 100 miles left, so it's like it replenishes its own gas, so it feels like my car's alive. I love my Volvo. It's very safe, and driving on the back roads especially. So yeah, but yeah, I'd probably ride in Christine in the car, because, you know, why not? She'd be indestructible. She could heal herself, so kind of like me. Question number 6. If you were to get a Halloween-themed tattoo, what would you get and where would you put it? Already have. Right there. Yep. And then... pretty much all my tattoos are Halloween themed, so why not? I'm going to try to go through these quickly. This video is already getting too long. Do you prefer, number 7, do you prefer caramel apples or candy apples? Well, why not both? But we used to make them during Halloween. I think I like the candy apples better. The cherry flavored or whatever it is, the red, hard stuff that coats the apple. It's delicious. But caramel apples are banging too. Question number 8, do you carve a jack-o'-lantern on Halloween? If so, do you carve it before or on Halloween night? Yes, I do, every year. And it's always like at least a week before. Yeah, I usually make the same jack-o'-lantern every year. I usually get an orange pumpkin and carve a scary evil face, and sometimes if I find a white pumpkin, I'll carve a ghost face. I have a video like that somewhere on this channel from years ago, and I was dressed as Superman. My daughter was in the window making faces. I didn't even know she was in it. But yeah, I don't remember what year that was, but it was a while back. It was before my accident. Question number 9. What is a must-see movie for you to kick off the Halloween season or to watch on Halloween? Definitely Night of the Demons. Aside from the obvious Halloween from 1978, which I've talked about ad nauseum on this channel, definitely Night of the Demons. This is a very, very fun flick. It's got my buddy Linnea Quigley in it. It's got Hal Havens. It's just hilarious. It's so much fun. Angela, played by Amelia Kincaid, is a blast to watch. My wife and I started watching this the other night, but then we had somewhere to go, so we didn't get to finish it. We'll have to watch it sometime this October. Yeah, I just absolutely love this movie. It's an absolute blast. So much fun. It's good old-fashioned 80s cheese. You know, it takes place on Halloween. People get possessed by demons. It's got a rockin' soundtrack. Really funny one-liners. Yeah, this movie's just awesome. Love Night of the Demons. And the sequels are pretty good, too. But avoid the remake like the plague, because it sucks. Question number 10. Halloween costume emojis. Describe what costume you'll be wearing and see if I can guess. I don't know. We already made a video about our costumes. I don't know. I don't know what the emojis would be. Like an S, maybe something with a K. I'm going to be Superman again, and she's going to be Wonder Woman. And we already made a video about that. It was one of my last videos I did like a week ago. So check that out, because she looks gorgeous in her Wonder Woman costume, and I look like a dork in my Superman costume. So, but it's still fun. And we took my daughter trick-or-treating yesterday at a Main Street Hat event, and she was a hot dog, so that was cool too. Number 11, Leatherface's chainsaw, Michael's knife, Freddy's glove. What is your favorite signature weapon? Well, Michael Myers is my favorite horror villain by far. To be honest, the knife isn't all that interesting. I mean, there's a lot of horror movies having they use knives. Me and my wife are having a Scream marathon currently. We're on part 3 now, and a lot of the killings are done with a knife. Ghostface just loves his knife, and so does Michael Myers. But there's a lot of other creative kills as well. Leatherface's chainsaw is probably the most dangerous, but it'd be the most unwieldy. It'd be hard to carry around. Even for a strong guy like Leatherface, it would probably slow him down. But I think the knife, Freddy's glove with the knives or fingers, is the most iconic and the most creative. So I'm going to go with that. I love Freddy's glove. Definitely. All right. Question number 12. When someone mentions the movie Trick or Treat from 1986 or Trek or Treat from 2007, which one do you think of first? Both. This movie's awesome. I have it on DVD too, but it's that stupid cover, the stock image of Gene Simmons and Ozzy Osbourne, both of whom are in the movie very little. Yeah, it's about a metalhead nerd. It kind of reminds me of myself in school. He's bullied. I mean, I wasn't bullied in high school. I was too cool, but but when I was in middle school, yeah, I was kind of an outcast. Yeah, he's bullied for being into heavy metal. Then one of his favorite musicians, Sammy Kerr, dies, and he summons him, brings him back to the grave, using it to spin his record, playing his record backwards, and he comes and helps him get revenge on all the bullies that tormented him. It's an awesome premise. It's a revenge movie. The predator becomes the prey. It takes place during Halloween. It has a heavy metal soundtrack, and it's a horror movie. It combines like all kinds of my favorite things. You know, and of course, the main character's a nerd too, so it's really awesome. But this movie's great too. It's just dripping with Halloween atmosphere. It's like an anthology of 5 stories, and all of them are just awesome. It's got so much October of an October feel and atmosphere. It just really sets the mood. It's a gloomy, haunting movie. It's got werewolves. It's got killers. It's got zombies. It's got Sam, the demonic trick-or-treater. It's just awesome. I absolutely love this movie. Highly recommended. I got to watch this sometime this month too, for sure. This is a great movie to watch on Halloween. And the final question, top 5 songs in your spooky season playlist. Definitely the Halloween theme from the original Halloween, composed by John Carpenter. And the 1978 original is my favorite, the original classic theme. Thriller by Michael Jackson, the Munsters theme, This Is Halloween from Nightmare Before Christmas, the Fright Night theme, which me and my wife like to make out to and do other stuff. But of course, there's also the Ghostbusters theme and Monster Mash and Sweet Transvestite from Rocky Horror Picture Show. There's all kinds of great ones, but those are my favorites. Alright guys, well anyway, that was the Halloween Tag 2024 by David Diggs. Check out his original video and channel. Check out Sean Ershen's video. I'm sure we have a lot of the same answers. And as always, thank you for watching my Late Night Spook Show here on the Horror and Metal channel. I'm Lord Hellhound. Till next time. Later. Mwah. Peace.